Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gaming Nerd Live. I am your host, the Gaming Nerd, talking to absolutely nobody. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. I keep trying to figure out this FTP crap. Yeah. Fun times. Here's port 21. Okay. Let's see. Save. See if that works. Trying to get a camera connected up and running here, and it's not really working. Not entirely sure what I'm doing wrong. Man, what's going on? Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Okay. MAC address, detected cameras. Okay, nope. Change. And I don't know what's going on here. It's too friggin' hard to connect this goddamn phone camera. Camera is not recognized. I don't understand why I can't just access this thing as a bloody camera. see, I had this figured out before. Why the hell isn't it working now? Man, anybody know anything about AOS cameras? Well, it might be the cable that I'm using. Might not be appropriate type of data cable or lack thereof data cable. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm right here. I'll keep talking in case somebody joins the stream, but for now there ain't nobody there, so I'm talking to the wind. Man, I have like 19 million USB cables. You think I can find the one I'm looking for? Nope. Ay, 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 ay. How can I have so much crap and yet not enough at the same time? Nope. 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 God, who makes modern cameras USB type mini A? This will work. No, I want cancel. Okay, connect your computer. Oh, maybe this might work. What kind of power cable is this one? Wrong. Wrong. You remember that one? Wrong. Okay. If you get that reference, subscribe. Alright, no, it looks like we're not going to do that tonight. Okay. Yeah. Just dicking around, not doing any barotrauma stuff tonight. I need a break from that crap. Hey. Ah, yes. So we're not doing a lot of barotrauma stuff tonight unless you have specific requests. Did you try out the condition indicator? There's much simpler ways to go about it for one or two devices, but if you want to really go about your whole ship with it, then really the most efficient means to do it is with a central processor. This is going to be part of the next video if you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm putting a lot of work, probably like 10-15 hour work into like a 15-second, not even like a 6-second part of the video, but I enjoy these sort of little tiny visual elements, so don't judge. But thank you for the feedback. Well, actually, no, there hasn't been feedback. What did you think of the video? Normally, I'm streaming much more enthralling stuff, but I've been burned out for the past couple of days, so. Yeah, well, don't. Okay, so here's the thing. So for your crewmates, the best thing they can do, if you're playing engineer, I'm assuming, the best thing they can do for you is keep an eye out for, hang on. I've got a slideshow in the middle of it. I come up with a lot of ideas for videos with slideshows. Hang on. Building machines, mod making, barotrauma, ship comparisons, engineer, barotrauma class guide. This one never made it. Kind of died. Oh, that's not the one. Hang on here. I've got something relevant to this discussion, I swear. YouTube security guides. I do a lot of random stuff. Creatures, sneaky engineers might be it. No, it's not the one. Damn it. Hang on. Engineer barotrauma class guide. Ultimate engineering guide, maybe? Nope, that's not the one. It's only got 2 slides. I swear to God, I got a good one. Man, what the hell does it go? I know it's in there. Well, anyways, there's we'll go to Wikipedia, I guess. There's one thing that your crewmates can do. How often do I play barotrauma? And do I always play. I can't really stand the single player campaign. It drives me nuts. And to answer your previous question, that is exactly how often I play barotrauma. Hasn't been so much recently, but yeah, I've played a little bit of barotrauma. I'm excited for beta. I've been trying to keep an eye on the changelog. It's if you really want to get an idea of what's going on with the game, I highly recommend check out GitHub. Right, GitHub has barotrauma is still open source. I don't know if that's going to stay the same thing when they go public. But if you go into the barotrauma GitHub and go into here, you go to the releases, okay? And this explains every single change that they've made. And if you scroll backwards, you can like this is the current state of the game, and then go backwards, you can see what they've changed. And so that's like if you really want to learn a lot about the game, read the changelog. It's boring as shit, but it's definitely informative. As I was saying, the best thing your crewmates can do for you is keep an eye out for this stuff, cassiterite. And whenever they see it, haul it back as much as they can. Because tin is going to be the primary bottleneck for your actions as an engineer. You need tin to make wiring components. You need wiring components to do things like door mods. The basic door controller, like I'll show you. Hang on, we'll load up Barotrauma. You came in, you start stroking my ego about the component, the condition indicator video. So you get the special attention, buddy. This is the full nerd package. Maple, are you by chance Canadian? Oh, we have a second viewer. Wow, my viewers keep doubling like this. We'll have infinite number of viewers in a matter of hours. And I probably make that joke once a week. All right, I'm going to show you the fastest way to endear yourself to your crewmates. Oh, thank you. That's actually, it wasn't really a desired nickname in high school, but people used to call me the walking encyclopedia. I was a bit of a dick in high school. I transferred to a new school. This is a funny story for you. I transferred to a new school, and this cute girl, Stacy Wright, turned around and asked me for an eraser. I said, in my best Batman voice, I don't make mistakes. And I was joking. I handed her an eraser like the second later, but that was it. I was branded. The rest of my high school career. Okay, what do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think wires. Actually, you know what? Let's just combine these and put them back here, and combine these and put. Yeah, we'll leave those there. We're gonna need a couple ends. I'm grabbing all these wires because we're gonna do it for all the doors, all of the doors. Okay. But basically, for every door, you're gonna need an AND component, an OR component, and 5 wires. All right, you're gonna want in some cases you're gonna want water detectors because they're not in every single room in every sub, but you do want them. Okay, now, check this out. This is pretty cool. Okay. Oh shit, this sub I've already done them all too. That's funny. Sorry. We need to reload the actual Typhon because the Typhon 2 Deluxe has already been upgraded. Well, he starts in here. Hang on. Do I have an assembly with a tool belt? No, I do not. Okay, hang on. Tool belt. Open. Come on, clear it. And a couple of water detectors. Okay. There we go. Now, here we go. The real proof. Okay, so we say, for now we're going to cheat. We'll turn the reactor on. We'll lock the sub's motion. And we'll disable the crew AI for now, just because we don't want people to run around being idiots. Oh, there's no fuel in the reactor. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. Automatic control, power on. Yeah, we'll leave that go. Auto's fine. The new auto's relatively good. Like, there will be times that you do want to step in and help it out, but, okay. Oh, comes with the tool belt, does it? Okay, so here's what you do. You gotta, first of all, start with the highest traffic door on the sub. In the Typhon 2's case, we're going probably this door right here, okay? Now, there's a water sensor over here, but there's not one on this side of the door, so you're going to want to drop one of them right about here. All right, and the reason we're doing this is because we don't want our door opener that we're about to use we don't want it to automatically open if there's water on the other side, because then you get a face full of water and nobody likes that. So, oh shoot, I forgot, damn it. Okay, so, I'm sorry, we're gonna need one more thing. Sorry about this. We need a door stop. So, for this we need, oh, that's wrong, so we need this one, okay. So, door stop is a relay, a button, and a relay. Where's the relay? Relay over here. And we need 3 wires. Alright, so now let's try that again. You know what, let's turn the lights on. Doesn't matter. Oh shit, I turn it on. That helps. Oh no, it's already on. Okay. So we're going to take one of these tool belts. And we need a screwdriver and our door stop. Alright, check this out. So the door stop allows you to hide the stuff in the door frame without worrying about the door falling on your head. Okay? So you put the switch in the relay, okay? Now, if you wire the switch to the door, if it's a button anyways, the door is only going to open and close. But if you use a switch to prop it open, then it's stuck open, and if something were to happen, like you get attacked by Molochs or something... Hang on. Oh, I got 2 screwdrivers. Look at that. Okay. Then if you use this, if you hardwire the door open, that's a problem. Right? We want, damn it, I did it wrong. I need a switch. Oh well, it's fine. We'll say, can we do that? State? No, we want to set state. Come on. You can tell I haven't done this part exactly in a while. Okay. Where to go to the relay? State out. Alright, whatever. Yeah, so this way, yeah, we can close the door and open it whenever we want to. This is a bad idea. You need the switch, because the switch has a constant output. But anyways, the real one we want to do is the motion controlled door opener is what we're going to try to do. But we need to do it so it's intelligent and won't open if there's flood conditions on the other side of the door. So in this case, because there's no water sensor on the other side of the door, we got to drop one. But that's all we need for those, okay? You're going to want an OR component inside the door frame if you can, okay? And you need an AND component. Ah, crap. There goes that one. So I accidentally put it right behind the OR component. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm just excited. It's been a while since I showed somebody how to do this. Okay, so from water detector number 1, okay, you go from the signal out into the floor, underneath the door, and up into signal 1 of the OR block, okay? On the other side of the door, you go over here, you go again down through the floor, up into here, and into the other side of the OR block, okay? Now, here's the key. You change the OR block to only have a 0 for the output and a 1 for the false output. Okay, then you wire it to the AND component, signal 2, signal 1, doesn't matter. Now, this AND component must have no false output. This has to be blank. Okay, now you wire this up the door, and at the top of every door, hidden in the door frame, there's a motion detector. Alright, this is what determines when the door is clear to close. Right, if you click it, you usually can see it doesn't show it. Wow, okay. Anyway, so this one, now we gotta take our door stop out. So we go to the door, we take our wire back. And go to the button and take our wire back. Oh, gotta go to the button. And take our wire back. And we take these off. Come on. Sorry, it's been a long day. My mom's not in the hospital. She's at the hospital with her sister. Had another heart attack for like the second time in a week. It's been a stressful couple of days. Alright. Why isn't that? Oh, I think we still gotta wire the AND component. Nope, no. Don't detach. Wire. Signal out from the AND component into the set state of the door. Right, now check this out. Okay, you approach the door. Door opens and door closes. Right? Whenever you open the door, you don't have to stop and open the door, okay? Now, check this out. If there's water on the other side, hang on, there's a lot of water here. Right? Let's go this way. Right, so now I fill up this compartment with water. Door will not automatically open. The door still opens if I open it, right? But in terms of motion control, it doesn't open if there's water on the other side. Because an automatically open door when there's water on the other side is a bad scene. So did you catch that? I'll show you the difference with the switch instead of a button. I don't know why I took a button. I know better. So the switch, yeah, I kind of did a crap job explaining the switch. So if you prop open a door in a submarine, that's a bad scene, right? Lights, lock, disable crew AI. Okay, so we go over here. You take one of these. There you go. Okay, take one of these. And take this and this and this. Okay, so here's I'll show you how the door stop works. Okay, so you get your relay. Usually I say you want to hide the components where they're not really seen so that people don't screw around with them. But in this case you want it to be visible so you don't forget about it. Alright, so switch produces a constant on or a constant off signal. Okay, so we're going to wire the switch into the relay, and then from the relay, sorry, you have to do it in this order. So, hang on, what's going on here? That's ahead. Okay, I usually put wires in 2 and 3 so that I can use my middle finger to control the wiring a lot easier. So from the switch to the relay set state, and the switch to the relay signal in. You can do those two in either order, but you have to do them before you connect to the door, okay? Because now you say set state. Set state, okay. Right, so now the door stays open no matter what, okay? If something were to happen, the water breaks out, you turn off your door stop, and the door operates normally, right? It closes when you're gone, opens when you want it to be open, right? But when, for the purposes of wiring, you can hit the switch and the door stays open, okay? Now, you can reach in here. Hang on, put these back in here. We just need one. Is it Shift or Alt? No, Alt takes them all. I just want one. Shift takes half of them. I just want one. Nah, it's Control Shift. Okay, so I just want one of those and one of those. We can technically use a water sensor that's down here, but I prefer to have my own. And then we'll need 5 wires, so we'll keep those handy. Let's trade them from here. Okay, so where are we going to put the pop quiz? Where am I putting the water detector? Looking at you, Captain Maple. On the floor where? Which side of the door? Keep in mind there's a water sensor over here. Hatch side, you got it. Alright, now it doesn't really matter where you put this as long as it's floor level. Because them floating up in the air is just weird. Now, what do you think I would do if there were no water detectors on either side of the door? Exactly. Oh, bingo. Somebody's listening. Okay. So which goes down first, the or the and component? Starting from the bottom up. And like honestly, you could put them up at the ceiling height, you can put them down at floor height, it doesn't really matter. I like to hide mine in the door if I can. Like you could do okay, so we'll put the or one up here. Okay, and we'll put the and one up here. Okay, so what's the next connection? Oh, TGN Discord. Okay, Pero, buddy. If you knew what kind of a day I've had. I had to scam my way through receptionists and switchboard operators and had to con them into thinking I was a doctor at one point in time. Okay, so where's my first connection there, Captain Maple? Yeah, I did. I totally called and pretended to be some... I never said I was a doctor. I just pretended like I was a doctor. I'm looking to find Jan Grant. I think she's in your building, 5B North. Yeah. Alright, hang on. We're putting Captain Maple on the spot here. He's going to help me build a water sensing door controller. We've placed the water sensor on one side. We've got the or and the and component up here. Okay, so Captain Maple, where does he... Okay, connect the or to the water detector. Okay. Here we go. So, I'm going to go under the floor, up the door frame, over here to signal 1. And I'm going to assume he said multiples there, so we're going to put this one down here. It's very important that your water detectors both have a false output of 0. True output of 1. Okay, now how am I going to configure this OR component? What am I going to do differently? And yes, I will sit here and stare at the screen until you respond. Because this is immersive, goddammit. Getting the crowd involved. And Pero and Lit, you weren't here when we started, so this is with the... Okay, if there's water on either side of the door does not connect open automatically. Okay, connect gate or gate to door. Close. First things first, okay? We want this thing to say it's okay to open the door when there's no water. Alright, and so if there's either signal from either water detector, this is going to produce a true output of 0. Alright, now we're going to connect this to the AND component. Okay? Now, what else connects to the AND component? Because remember, we're doing motion sensing, but only if there's no water. So that is detecting that there's no water. If there's no water, the OR component signal will be 1. Because we flipped it. Alright, what else are we connecting to the AND component? Yes, exactly. So we're going to go up here again to over here to the OR component, or the motion detector that's in the door. And that's the other entrance to our AND component. So when we have motion and there's no water on either side of the door, what does it do? We connect it to the door. Now, there's one more caveat. What do we have to make absolutely certain is the condition to the false output of the AND component here? This is the one that people screw up the most often. It's a trick question. There's no output coming from the AND component it has to be blank. Literally nothing. Hang on, that wiring is going to give me a tumor, so I got to rewire it here. Yes, you could, but I like to, it's cleaner with that, oh, hang on, I dropped my wire. It's clean, like it makes more sense logically when you start combining your signals. I don't like putting two discrete signals into one. I don't know. You know what I mean. What the hell just happened? What the hell is a dishwasher? For those of you who haven't seen the Stephen Huh channel, it's hilarious. And you know what? I've never tried that. What's going on here? Why does it go to the middle? I don't know. I don't care. All right. And last but not least, what's the last step there, Maple? We've got everything figured out. We got the wiring done. Okay. Well, let's try it. We'll try it here in a second. We've got one more thing that we've got to disconnect. We've got the end connected. We've just got to remove something that we connected when we started. Well, first things first, we gotta turn the doorstop off. Oh, hang on. And make sure that the door actually works like it's supposed to. Look at that. Look at that. Open, close, open, close. Alright, now we gotta remove the doorstop is what I was trying to get at. What is SMH, guys? I'm sorry, I'm 40. Leave me alone. What does SMH stand for? Shake my head. Okay. You always want to go from the energized side down because there's from the non-energized side. Okay, shaking my head. All right. Because I didn't recognize you again, buddy. No offense. Ever heard of Lyme brain? It's a thing. I have I was undiagnosed Lyme for like 16 years, and you would not believe the shit that I went through. Thought I was like schizophrenic, then we thought I had Parkinson's, then we thought I had some sort of multiple sclerosis. Lyme, Lyme, as in Lyme disease. As in that shit you get from ticks that nobody fucking recognizes in Canada, because if we don't acknowledge it, it doesn't exist. Alright, so we're gonna try Lit's recommendation here. We're gonna put our AND component down. Okay. And we have water detectors on either side of the door, so we don't need to put any of those down. Let's put this, actually we can get to that thing without even needing to reach the door, so. Yeah, stiff neck. There's also memory issues, personality it manifests in so many different ways. But my long story short is that my brain. See, here's the problem with putting them both into the AND gate, right? No, there's no cure for Lyme disease when you have it for as long as I have. Lyme is, it's a very insidious disease. Hang on here. We're going to remove that AND thing because we're going to have to put it over elsewhere. Oh, you know what? Let's put our doorstop up then. So Lyme can infect any form of tissue, and it's extremely good at evading the immune system. And because it's a spiral sheet, it can't be seen by the immune system once it's attached itself to your cells. It doesn't even attach itself. It climbs into the cell and just does its thing completely invisible to the immune system. Like whereas most like bacilli and cocci type bacteria, hang on here, let's put these over here. Put these over here. Okay, so open our doorstop. There we go. Okay. Mitochondria is a subcellular organism. So bacteria, what they do is they carry instructions to make more of themselves. Like when inside the cellular space, there's little bits of RNA that float around, and the machines in your cellular space grab those instructions and do what they're told. So most bacteria they latch onto the outside. No. Bacteria, okay, bacteria can do it too. Anyways, the point is, yes, but they don't just multiply on their own. They can hijack your cells and use them to multiply themselves much more efficiently. Because bacteria don't have Golgi apparatus. They don't have chromosomes. They don't have like mitochondria. They don't have all sorts of the microcellular organisms. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope you figured it. I hope this helps. Show it to your teammates. Get them to subscribe and like and tell your friends. Stay nerdy, my friend. That's the most important part. All right. So what are we doing here? We're connecting these. Oh, anyways. So the lime can, so bacilli and cocci will latch onto the outside, like their cellular wall bonds to the wall. Sorry, the bacterial wall bonds to the cellular wall and opens it up like a hole. Right? It just kind of, the two walls are shared, and it knocks down the wall in between and dumps in what it needs to the instruction. No, it needs to continually make instructions for the cell to stop what it's doing and make more bacteria. And then those bacteria can, when the cell makes so many that the cell bursts, all of those bacteria go forth. It's very much like a virus, and spire sheets are unique in the way that they do that. Hang on, why is it not letting me? Okay, there we go. Wire to the end component. All right. And see, here's a problem with your theory, right? Going to the water detectors, right? The water detectors are there to trigger the valves and the pumps, right? So they have to have a 0 output or a 1 output to trigger the output of the pump, right? But for them to function with the AND component, right? You see where the flaw is here? I'm not moving on until we, okay, just use one for true and a null. Okay, but that's the problem, right? These things are running these little, the vents in the duct blocks, right? If they don't have a false output for 0, they stay open permanently. So in the cases where you put the water detectors, I could technically put 2 water detectors down, right? And use my own water detectors. But unfortunately, we can't do that. No, I get, dude, I totally, like, when it comes to, like, efficiency of components, I fully appreciate where you're coming from. I used to say you need the OR and the NOT in the AND component, right? And you use the OR component signal to go up here and you trigger a bulb to turn on when the light's on. But you can get away with it by putting a signal check block, and then you can use it like, hang on, let me load the Typhon 2 Deluxe. You'll see what I'm talking about here. Typhon 2 Deluxe already has all these on all the doors, right? And I also took out that stupid wall in between the crew quarters, and like that one place that there should be a door. Hang on. Power, lights. No, we'll leave lights off. Lights, lock the sub and disable crew AI because I hate them running around doing stuff. No, I don't want to do that. That's a bad scene. Okay. Why is this one not on? Weird. Oh, it's because they're at the wrong depth. That's what's going on. So now if we put water, hang on. Water on the other side, right? It's blue. The motion sensor won't open the door till the water goes away. Oh yeah? Tell me how that goes. I've been wanting to do some YouTube videos on it, but Python got my attention more. There is a thing to be said about efficiency of knowledge transfer through, like, trust me, I was a student until I was 31. I have a diploma in adult education. I've designed curriculum before. There's a difference between going online and finding information that's been professionally curated. And I don't know if I'd call it the same quality of education. Like, there's metrics there. Like, don't get me wrong. If you're persistent, you can absolutely find the same amount of information, right? And you can absolutely teach yourself Lua without needing to pay money. Absolutely. Is it as easy as if somebody designs a curriculum for you? No. Right? Are you going to come up with your own like sample questions and demonstrations and code snippets on your own? No. But do you have to pay money to get that? No. Is there an advantage to paying money? Always. Like, I could go to the public library and get the same information as engineering degree, right? No question. It'd take a long friggin' time. Okay, here you go. So professional engineering groups in Canada, I don't know what it is like in the States. There's this group called the CEAB, the Canadian Engineering Accreditation Board. They certify all engineering programs across Canada. And in every province, if you want to perform in a professional capacity as an engineer, you have to register with the provincial organization. Oh no, Khan Academy is awesome. Man, I learned through Khan Academy through Reddit, and I've learned so many things through Khan Academy. I learned MATLAB, like I didn't learn it. I improved my MATLAB programming. Exactly. It's like me and my bodybuilding. Yeah, and then the thing is, the teacher's going to kick your ass more than you are going to kick your ass. They have standards, they have tests, they have KPIs they have to satisfy on their own. Anyway, CAB. You can approach, for example, in New Brunswick, we have the APEG-NB, the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of New Brunswick. You can approach them and say, look, I believe I have the capacities of an engineer. I'd like to register as a professional engineer. So there's two things you need to do. One is you need to have a notebook that's notarized by somebody who's already registered as a professional engineer, and you need to do about, I think it's 500 hours. And for every task that you log in the notebook, and when I say notebook, I mean like you document everything, and they know, like they sign it as you go, and they're just proving that yes, this person is doing things that are engineerish. And they show that they've checked it to make sure that you're doing them properly. And once you've accumulated enough hours, you go back to the Professional Engineering Society and you say, okay, now I'd like to register, and they make you do a test. If you've completed a Canadian Engineering Accreditation Board accredited program for engineering, you do 4 tests, one on ethics, one on basic engineering knowledge, and then there's a couple more. I don't remember exactly what they are. And so if you've taken an accredited program, because they know that the knowledge is curated and the tests, you can't get through it without having tests, right? Without passing the test, without reaching satisfying the credentials that they require of the program. You can do it without taking CAB course, except now the tests go from 4 to 21. And you have to get all 21, not perfect, but you have to get at least 80% to pass, right? So yes, they recognize that it is possible to get an engineering degree possible to become a professional engineer without taking a professional engineering degree, but it's a hell of a lot easier. All right, I want to get back to what I was doing before because I've been working on this thing for like 10 hours and I want to get it done. I have it's a stupid little animation that I want to use at the very beginning of the second video, and I'm using it to distract myself from the fact that I haven't finished the second video yet, and I've had a really stressful day, and when I have a stressful day, I like to GIMP. I know this sounds terrible when I say it like that, but stereotype manifest, what's that? Like me? Stereotypes exist for a reason, bro. This is going to be sick. I made it work at a lower resolution. It just didn't look so clean, so I found a 4K version. Yeah. Resolve for the win. Oh, no, I want that pink. That sounds dirty when loud too. Well, I tell you what, once again, I've been using Resolve for a long time, and I decided to pay for the studio version, which has GPU acceleration when rendering. Dude, so much time savings. Not just when rendering like the Final Cut, but like the clips, the previews when you make changes, so much faster. And yeah, once again, you can get away with the free alternatives, but there are sometimes you benefit from a little bit of proprietariness. And if anybody's seen Venom, this is from the very, very last scene. Eat both your arms and both your legs, and then your face. You'll be this armless, legless, faceless thing rolling down the street like a turd in the wind. And yes, I'm pretty good at, despite my memory is very strange. It works on some things, but never things I want it to. Basically, the title sequence is going to come out and bite you in the face. Muscle Man Randy Savage? Macho Man Randy Savage? Oh yeah, brother. You know, from the regular show, I don't know what that is. Again, I'm 40, I'm out of touch. Zoomer. I don't even know which one of those I am. I think I'm not a millennial, I'm the one before Gen Y. Oh, you're going? God damn it. You just got here, bro. Yeah, except for the fact that when you get Lyme disease, you forego, like, especially as a guy, you can give somebody Lyme disease sexually, but so you give up the ability to have kids. Or you just never have sex again, so fuck that. I'd rather just not have kids. Because, like, you either don't have sex and don't have kids, or have sex and don't have kids. So, anyways. Yeah, fun times. Pretty party with the... No, not a monk, hardly. Oh, well, it's appreciated. It's... I'm not a monk, bro, and it's I got the vasectomy so that I could have the pleasures of the fetch without worry about giving somebody Lyme disease. So, noble, yes. Monk-like, no. Bust out the Buddhist prayer beads. Have you guys ever seen the sand mandalas? This will be your little random clip for the night, Pero. So Buddhists are all about the impermanence of life, right? Everything is temporary. Mandala, yeah. So check this out, okay? They build these... Hang on, I'm gonna mute that shit. They build these massive, huge sand sculptures, right? Using these tiny little needles filled with colored sand, and they tap these tiny little needles with these tiny little sticks. And hang on, this is the wrong video. There we go. This is a good one. Okay. So they have these little tiny things, and those little tubes are filled with sand, and they literally drop the sand out one grain at a time. Right? You've seen these? Do you know what they do as soon as they're done? Like the very minute that they're done? Right? As soon as they're done, right? they destroy it. Tens of hours of backbreaking work, and each one of the ones that participates has to contribute to the process of destroying it. Because they can't just destroy it; they have to do it carefully and in a very prescribed fashion. Yeah. So yeah, that's messed up. Also, random video of the day. Micro Sumo. If you've never seen these guys are freaking hilarious. Tiny little robots. These are completely autonomous. There's no way in hell a person would be able to control them as fast as these go. The goal is just like sumo: flip them or push them out of the ring. So these robots are acting autonomously. Oh no, it's not messed up. Oh, you're right. I said that negatively. It is very much against what we've been taught in Western culture, that the things you build and the things you make have value and their permanence. And it's not. The value comes from what we assign. Watch this. Out of the way. Pow! Anyways, I love, I've done mechatronics. I did, I don't know if I ever showed you guys a micro aerial vehicle. Built when I was doing my first master's degree, we built basically, yeah, there it is right there. And think of a robot hummingbird. Oh, did not show the wing? Hang on. There you go. That's the one. So yeah, we used piezoelectric. Oh, that was Harvard's. Yeah, theirs was super complicated because they had front and back. Like even Stanford was using 4 piezos. We were driving the wings with 1 piezo. We got pitch control with 1 piezo. See, there you go. See, look at how complicated that is. Hang on, where's that? There you go. So this is a piezo crystal, right? Piezo is when you run electricity through them, they flex one way or the other, right? And these guys, why did they have to make it so friggin' complicated? So here's the trick. I'm way out of my masters, so look at this. They've got 2 different piezo crystals driving the leading edge and the trailing edge, right? And they've got 1 on each side. So they've got 4 crystals that they have to control, right? Ours was 1 crystal, and we did pitch control with resonance. So basically you have, when you hit the wings, 1 joint's resonant frequency, it flaps, you get much greater amplitude for the same amount of input. You can use it. I'm just saying it's more efficient to use a single crystal and then use it for, yes, kind of. So anyways, the point is that you can do this very carefully, there you go. And I can describe the meme to you and the thoughts appear in your brain. Okay, you guys are obviously going off in your own thing. There you go. Where's him? Man, I thought I saw the picture of it on the guy's fingertip. Anyways, compliant joints are the shit. That's the moral of the story. What about GeckoBot? Maybe get GeckoBot on here. Oh no, it's this guy, the gecko. No, it's not that one even. Jesus, it had a triangular feet. That's what I remember about him. There it is. It's this guy. This one. Haha, there it is. This is Metin City. That's my former supervisor. Yeah. Yeah, this was, oh my God, this guy was so ridiculously smart because you know what he did? So this is, what he invented was a means of fabricating a plastic surface that has the same adhesive properties as the gecko feet, right? So geckos have hairs on the bottom of their feet and like at the tips of their toes, and those hairs have hairs on them, and those hairs have hairs on them, and the hierarchical structure has so much surface area that just rubbing it against glass, even though there's no pores for it to latch onto, the surface area friction is enough to create the grip that you need, right? So what does this guy do? Okay, this isn't the supervisor, but the guy's name was, oh crap, oh shit, hang on. His brother was the one that did Mar.io. Crap. The original. I want to find the original. Machine learning. This guy's name is... He basically uses neural networks. There it is, the source code. It is, this guy is... Oh, come on. You took this... Oh, he took the signatures out of his code. No, anyways, long story short, I went to school with this guy's brother, and his brother was the one that made this thing, the Wallbot. That's it, Van der Waals forces. Yeah, it is. It's Thomas, I think. Anyways, now that you say, it's weird that you picked that one. So, anyways, what do you do with a plastic surface that is adhesive? It's sticky without needing adhesives. Okay, what you do is you license it to Reebok. Okay, and they create the gloves that ruined the NFL, in my opinion. Like, hang on, there's a news guy. Hang on, news. This guy has virtually no football skill whatsoever. Where's the news guy? And he shows that with these gloves, you can make one-handed catches with no skill whatsoever. Yeah, there you go. Right. So it was like $250 million. He licensed this stuff. Like, look at this guy, right? This is why there's so many ridiculous, like, two-fingered catches, right? Because these gloves, you know, the rule in NFL says the gloves can't have adhesives on them, but that says nothing about texture. No, the quarterback doesn't have them, only the receivers. Yeah, I've been reading about those. I don't know how they work, but, and like, the question, like, people say, oh, that's not real. You know what? They have glasses now that give people who are colorblind the ability to see color. I don't know how that works. That's dark magic. But if I can't disprove it, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. Hang on. They can only register color if the glass only bends light in a manner that helps them register. But that's the thing. As soon as they put on the glasses, they see a full spectrum of color that they didn't see before. So I don't, like, yes, the words you're saying make sense. I don't understand it. And like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't understand it. Now be careful, because gait mechanics and lower limb biomechanics are my bag. Okay, Peril, thank you so much for sticking around. What's the most important part? You're damn right. Have a good one, Peril. Toots. Oh, it's Toots. I'm sorry. Now I remember what you're talking about. I'm looking at the beginning of your name, calling you Lit, but no, it's Toots McGee over here. Have a good night, Peril. 4229 Toots. Sorry, bro. You're right. Now I get where the head shaking was come from. So this is going to be, hang on, I'll show you what it's going to look like. This is lower resolution, but it's essentially what it's going to look like. Hang on, clips. Just a second, I'm trying to find where I've made it. Okay, well, hang on. We'll just open up and resolve here. Home. Uh-oh. Froze my shit. Okay, so this is, I don't know if I still have it, but, hang on, we're gonna mute this. Mute this. And yeah, just so you see what it looks like. So it's, this is the intro to the next video. And oh no, it didn't do it. Oh my god. No wonder that sucks. Okay, hang on. It's got to be in one of these copies that I made. The intro. Nope. Loud. Sorry. My bad. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this will show up. So yeah, this, like I said, this is the beginnings of the introduction to the next video in the Bring the Hurt miniseries. There we go. Like I said, it was crappy resolution, so it's not gonna. This was taken from a 4K video, so hopefully this is a little bit better than what I had before. But it's just a little tiny clip at the beginning of the video, but it's that sort of attention to detail that I love. Does that make sense? No? You missed it? Watched it? I don't know. I know it's probably pretty lame, but I thought it was cool, and they're my fucking videos, so I get to say what goes in. It's gonna change a lot of stuff, and I gotta go back and figure out what stuff in my old videos I gotta change, or if I have to even get rid of the videos entirely because they're no longer relevant. Which, I believe it or not, the PID video I made way back when is still my most popular video, even though it opens with "This is obsolete." This is it's still my number one. I've done my diligence, man. It has all the markings they need to know that it's. Yeah, I'm in Canada. That's why I asked. A Leaf. I am a Leafs fan, although that's just the same as saying I have mental illness more than I saying I support a sports team. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Yeah. Are you, my friend, part of the Great White North and all of us command? Jesus. The American. Where in America? America, fuck yeah. Washington State or Washington, D.C.? Okay, so that's Washington State for sure. I got sisters out in B.C., British Columbia. Oh, those guys are pussies, man. You guys get like an inch of snow and Vancouver shuts down. Man, let me tell you, when I lived in Pittsburgh, I could not get over it. It was cheaper for me to lease a fucking condo than it would have been for me to rent a apartment. Like a single, like not even a studio apartment was like $1,600 a month. And my condo fees and my lease payments, or my my lease payments were like 1,100. No, actually, I don't. There's a lot of Canadians like, oh, do you know Mike from Canmore? Yeah, he's dead. That's an old joke. I do not know. What did he do? Did he do anything I'd know? All right, let's just start cutting the shit out. Here's a website. Have you heard of groundnews.com? I just discovered it today. It's a pretty cool thing. Still checking it out, but it looks like it's a decent tool for investigating news bias. I don't trust cable news anymore. I just wait for stuff. If it shows up on my radar online, it's more significant. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, bud. Jeez. Yeah, it just goes to show you, like, anyways, I'm not going to get into that discussion about the irrational and informed public. Made in Canada? What's sorry. MAID. I don't know what the acronym is. Oh, like doctor-assisted suicide, or euthanasia, like people who are struggling, even if they don't have the ability to say it themselves, because it's two very different issues. It's definitely polarizing in Canada. Like you'll find people with differing opinions everywhere. It's definitely, it comes up every campaign, and it's what so in Canada the argument is that you have to be of sound mind, and there has to be no other available options. Like if you can prove that you've exhausted all treatment options, and oh man, this is a dicey topic. I want to just say for real quickly that my opinions are my own, and I don't expect anybody else to follow them, and they do not reflect the beliefs of YouTuber or Baratron or Undertow or anybody else. Just gonna say that as a disclaimer. Like I said, it's a dicey topic. It's a particular interest to me because my dad has nope, he has a medical condition that well, okay, so my dad also has Lyme, and his got really bad to the point he got pericarditis, which is the infection. You have a bag around your heart, and the bag is filled with a lubricant fluid that allows your heart to move freely regardless of your body position or the pressure applied to it from other organs. His bag got infected, and it thickened and it hardened and it bound itself to the back of the heart. So he's had just this fucking endless spiral of cardiac problems ever since 2009, and there have been times when he said, like, dude, I can't do this. I can't keep going through this. This is terrible. And I don't think anybody had any right to tell him that he had to. I'm glad he didn't go for that option. Like, absolutely happy that he didn't go for that option. But I can sympathize with those that don't see any other way. They shouldn't be forced to suffer because we can't align it with our own morals. It's not our call to make. But you have to prove that it is your call and you've exhausted all your options. I like those ideas. Now, should somebody with the power of attorney be able to do so for you if you're unable to do it yourself? That's a different story. There's the argument that can be made that if the person comes outright and says, hang on here, I gotta shrink it by 10. If somebody can come outright and say, I'm suffering, I want to die, then that's one thing. But if somebody else were to say, oh, they're suffering, they need to die, that's another beast all entirely. Even if they have the power of attorney, I don't know if it's right to let them be able to do that. Toxins don't end the way people think they do. There's a really interesting video I saw a long time ago of a woman. She's in a hospital bed. Okay, I'll tell you the same thing I told a relative of mine. She smoked until she was like 85, starting when she was like 11, and the first 15, 16 years were unfiltered. So how she lived to like 80 something is beyond me, but you can imagine she had some breathing issues. And she said, "Oh, I just want to go in my sleep." And I said, "Okay. When people say somebody died in their sleep, it means that they woke up and that person was dead. But what it meant for the person who died was that they woke up, unable to call for help, drowning in their own bodily fluids, and it takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Like, very rarely do people sleep through it, unless it's like a stroke. If respiratory arrest or cardiac arrest, you wake up, but you wake up so weak that you can't do anything about it, and you experience all of it. Like, one of the things that terrifies me the most in the world right now is my mother has something called an abdominal aortic aneurysm. Right? It's an aneurysm, but instead of being in your brain, it's in your abdominal artery, which is the big one. It's like 2 inches wide in the middle of your torso. If it pops, it's 7 minutes of the most excruciating pain you can possibly imagine, and there's a 97.5% mortality rate, and that 2.5% is only if you're in a hospital on a gurney already when it happens. In your hospital waiting room, if you're not in a bed when it happens, there's no way they can react fast enough. And even then, the treatments for it are almost as deadly as the problem itself. So, yeah, I live in constant fear of my mom going through that. And no, usually things that hurt wake you up. Oh, we drove somebody away. Fuck. Yeah, you think about all these people that they come to bed or they go to wake somebody up, and on TV they go and they're dead. Right? No, usually they wake up, their eyes are bulging, they've shit themselves. Yeah, it's not a good scene, man. Very rarely do humans go easy. Like dying in a fire. People don't tell you, if you're standing up in a fire, like if you're on the ground where there's no fire, you can die of smoke inhalation. That's its own kind of burning death. But if you're in a room that's on fire, if it's on fire, it has by definition enough oxygen to support the fire. So you're not choking to death, but your eyes melt and your fingernails fall out. Then your the areoli, or the little blood vessels in your lungs that convey oxygen, they cauterize and you suffocate. Sorry, this turned real dark real quick. I don't know who the other viewer is, but I'm sorry. No, Dr. Snake Oil. Yeah, drowning. I don't know, man. There's a guy in the 1700s that he was arguing that consciousness extends beyond getting your head cut off, and he volunteered to have his own head cut off. And once they cut off his head, he blinked his eyes as long as he could. And he blinked his eyes for 47 seconds after his head was cut off. So he was experiencing nothing. I imagine it would be very painful. But what's this? Hang on. What about an explosion? Would that hurt or be over in an instant? The only thing I can imagine that would be over in an instant is either A, something that disconnects the cerebellum from the rest of the body, or B, something that crushes the brain instantly. Everything else, like if you have a heart attack, you don't die because your heart stops. You die because there's not enough blood supplying your brain, with oxygen. But that takes like 2.5 minutes, right? If you bleed to death, you die because there's not enough blood to go to your brain to provide oxygen. But that takes like 2.5 minutes, right? It's 3 minutes before permanent brain death starts in, but it doesn't finish instantaneously. It starts from the outside and works its way in. Even a bullet, man. There's a guy who, like, he stuck his head in front of a particle accelerator, okay? It drilled a hole through his face and out the back of his head, and he survived. You can do, like, catastrophic damage through the brain and survive a lot of it. So it's even a bullet, right? There's a reason why the number one most heavily medicated job in Canada, I don't know about the States, is ambulance drivers. They see some fucked up shit, man. See, that's the thing. If you look at police are trained to aim for 3 shots center mass because that's the most likely to stop somebody from being aggressive towards you. FBI agents are trained to aim for the triangle drawn between the lips and the top of your nose, like the bridge of your nose, because if they can shoot you through that hole, it hits the cerebellum and you freeze. So if you're holding something in your hand, your hands freeze. Whereas if you just get shot in the head, you just go limp. Yeah, Phineas Gage, yep. I've heard of that guy. I don't know how long you've been around Snake Oil. I don't know how long you've been watching. You might know what I'm doing with this. You might not. It's going to be part of the intro. I just thought it up a couple days ago, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's a cool idea in my head, anyways. Oh, 30 minutes, man. You've been here for a lot of it. You heard some shit, man. Yeah. So there's I can't remember the guy's name. He invented something called the God helmet. Okay, and basically through this thing called transcranial magnetic stimulation, you can create you can't trigger the brain because that would kill you, but you can make it easier for certain parts of your brain to activate. And so he set up this helmet with transcranial magnetic stimulation coils all around it, but there's very specific part of the brain. And the thing is, what was really cool about this test is that he would put a person in essentially a bank vault. Stream's working on stuff. I do gaming. I find it more rewarding to teach people stuff. Like there's hang on, there's a scroll, like it's a plaque that one of my old students gave to me a long time ago. I hang it above my desk because I took it on. Like it really, it stuck with me what this little thing said. It says "Qui docet dicit." It's Latin. It says "He who teaches also learns," and well, it means he who teaches learns, but he who teaches also learns. And I find the process of preparing the information for my videos is almost as enjoyable as playing the game. For me, now I'm weird. hang on here. Let's okay. Save as 2. Oh. And I do play sometimes, but it's wait, why does that look like that? Okay. Oh, I remember what I did now. Okay. Give me 1 second. Yes, I am making an animation, exactly. All right, now let's just watch this. I'm going to start this, and let's see what my core temperature looks like when we're done. How is it only 6% usage? That's crazy. Oh, wow, that was fast. That didn't work at all. Oh, not much, dude. Just talking about some really dark shit. Oh, wait, no, why did you leave? I was going to say, why you disappeared very briefly. You were the one I was talking to. What do you guys think? Is that, like, does that look more realistic than, like, watch what happens when this done, when this filter is finished filtering. Should become much more detailed. I kind of like that. Might curve it a little bit here. No, that's too much. See, that looks really crappy all of a sudden. Hang on. Why is it so... Hang on here. It's going to be an animation for the next video. I need to write these down because I'm going to change these settings and come back to them later. Oh, it's not the right pen. Come on. Where'd that pencil go? There it is, over there. Okay. 0.05, 1.745, 0.462, and double check. Yep. Okay, now where is the... I want to repair... Wait, what? Where did this come from? There we go. Denoise. Oh, you didn't take care? Alright, have a good one, Toots. Ooh. That one's pretty friggin' processor intensive by the looks of it. Oh, geez, we're coming up on 2 hours. You just got here. Sorry, man. I'm probably going to be signing off here. Yeah, I'll stick around for a bit, Kyan. You're good. Well, that looks better. Marginally, not really. It's better. Oh man, have you seen the people of the facial transplant? It's digital facial transplant. This is why I don't trust the news. Watch this. This will scare the crap out of you. Okay, watch the face on the left, the guy's face, and the girl's face, and then watch the screen. So there's the actor. Oh, hang on. Where's the final one? There you go. Obviously, it depends on... Hang on, where to go? So there's the person on the bottom's not actually saying anything. And this is from like 7 years ago, so they probably make it so much better ever since. Like, isn't it? Please tell me you guys find that as startling as I do. Like, can you imagine what do if Fox News got a hold of this? CNN, CSB, like, doesn't MSNBC, doesn't matter the channel, but you could totally use this for nefarious purposes. Okay, that seems, I like that a little bit better. Oh, well, that's not good. No, I don't like that. The misinformation age. No kidding, huh? Doesn't really do much, does it? Cursive media should do that. There you go. That's recursive. That's what it looks like. It's a little strong. Anti-aliasing bilateral. Did I try this one? I'm just trying to get rid of some of the graininess, but I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, let's try this. Move these around a little bit. Oh man, those look so nice, and I can't get the rest to do that. All right, well, we'll try that one. I was thinking about adding like outlines to all the little teeth and gums, but that's a lot of work. I'm gonna blur the tongue because, well, and even then, it's gonna be like a quarter of a second. Hang on. I don't even know what that is. Hang on. See what this one looks like. No. No. Oh, you know what? I did that. I didn't think that successfully worked when I moved them all, but all right. Let's see. Move to here. Move this one to here. Move this one to here. I'm using the middle teeth as a reference, so like just while he's licking his lips, the middle teeth don't move. All right, guys, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark, so I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. Sorry for being kind of not really gaming or nerdy tonight, but it was enjoyable nonetheless, I'd say. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. And of course, what's the most important part? Sorry, Kyan.